Get this thing recorded. Okay, we're on, we're live. Welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about some awesome things, everything school related, of course, because I'm sure all of you on this call want to grow a successful school community. So tonight I'm going to take you guys through a slide and I'm going to show you how to actually do all the things that you want to be doing. Um, So I got a short list of things here which I want to talk about tonight, of which the first is how to grow your school, how to rank, and how to get your school working for you, right? So the things that we're going to be covering tonight is um, like what are all the emojis and how they actually help you to build status on school, and you'll see why when I explain what each one of them means, right? And then we're also going to talk about the school game, because the school game has changed. For those of you who do not know, school has a game, right? And the whole platform is playing together. So you also probably want to be playing this game, because the people playing this game are making a lot of money. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the community packaging. That is super important. We're going to be talking about growth boost, and we're going to be talking about page, like how you write your about page, how to improve your rank on top, and how the trending works on school. Now, until recently, I did not know how the trending works, and I just cracked the code. So I have to say thank you to the community, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would have never cracked the code, right? That is why community is so important, because together we can literally figure out everything and we can do anything. So I'm so excited with what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. And then there's also a few other things which I'll mention just a little bit as we go through the slide. Okay, so up first, we have the emojis. So you guys might be aware of the fire emoji and of the star, because we've been making kind of a big deal out of it in the community. So the fire is if you are consistent for 30 days, 10 activities daily, and you can stay consistent, then you keep that. Then the star is if the whole community collectively is engaged, and having lots of activities, then the community owner would get a star. And then the newest emoji, which School is offering, is the clover. So this is a $3,000 monthly recurring income. Now, this does not mean $3,000 that you have made through your community, right? It's not like once-off sales and things like that. It has to be like some sort of subscription membership, right? So all of these emojis work on the subscription membership, the rocket, the crown, all of it. And you can see here how much you have to make to get that. So the this rocket is like the top 5% earners on School. This is top 10%, this is top 2%, this is top 1%, this is 0.1, and this is the goat. There can only be one goat, and there is only one goat. But now they have changed it a little bit. So this goat is actually now more people can become goated. So how to become goated on School is you have to make $1 million in monthly recurring income. Like, how crazy is that? There's a guy that is almost there. So I'm going to show you guys. Actually, let me do that now. Before I continue here, I want to show you guys the actual what do you call this thing? The actual what is my words? Why can't I speak? What am I looking for? What's the word? The leaderboard. That's the thing.
Yeah, the
Okay,
leaderboard.
so check out this leaderboard, right? So on here you can see what everybody on the platform is doing and who has which emoji. So this guy, he is already at 879,000 a month. Like, what kind of money is that? That is not normal income. And this has gone up to like a lot. Like the last 2 months, this has gone up probably with 200,000, because I'm checking this thing, and this is a new board, but I've been checking it like from the old School games. This has increased like this because of the growth boost on School, because School is running ads. So probably spending around $5,000 per day on this guy to help get this. So School is literally invested in in people's success on this platform, right? So you can see here, you'll see the top 100. So this is basically the game. if you get onto this board, you are literally in the game. And then they have like some cool stuff. If you reach to like these levels of like the blue diamond, the red diamond, and the goat, they have like trophies that they send you and all kinds of cool stuff. Now, I'm not going to go on about this too much longer, but just so that you guys know, right, there is a Skool game. And if you want to know, like, what is the amount of traffic that you need to make this kind of money, you can also see that on this page over here. So 75,000 visits, and that's how this person is making this much money a month. So you can see from your own community how many visits you get on a monthly basis by going to your settings, and then you can check it from, again, you'll click on settings, and then you can see it from over here, visitors. So 692. So yeah, this, you want to check this, you want to track this, you want to make sure this is increasing month by month. I think when I started my community, this was around 100 something, and then it became like 200 something, and then it became 300 something. And now just the other day it was like 800 and something. So it has actually gone down a little bit. So it's good to keep an eye on this always, because you also might notice some spikes in sign-ups, right? And that could also be growth boost. So this is now not an example of the growth boost actually. These are just regular sign-ups. But as you scroll through the Schoolers community, you can see lots of graphs, which is going like a hockey stick. It's like suddenly they're getting a lot of members, like 80 people signing up in one day. Okay, so let me get back to the slide here. Um, okay, so I've already told about that thing and that thing. Let me just skip past it. Okay, so the metrics of ranking. Earning the star requires collective consistency. So if this is something that you want to do, right? If you want to get the star on Skool, your aim should be around 2,000 to 3,000 activities daily as a community collectively. Now, this might seem like it is a lot, but it is really not, right? If you look at the people who's actually engaged inside my community, there isn't hundreds of people commenting every day, right? There's like 20, 25 people who's consistently engaged in the community, and we have the star. So if 2,000 and 3,000 activities sound like a lot, it really isn't. It's very doable if you can just get like around 20 people to play the game with you. Then drive daily engagement. So this is also part of it, right? This is how we got the start on Skool. We had the daily engagement, and we did that through the form of running a challenge, right? So you can also do any kind of challenge in your community, a 7-day challenge, a 10-day challenge, 30 days, whatever it is that you want to do that is related to the topic of your community. You can get people to like check in every single day in the community and do a small activity, even if it's something like drop a gif, right? Just give people a reason to keep on coming back to your community. Like give them polls are low effort engagement. So you guys will see when I make posts in the community, I many times add things there on just to get that extra activities in, right? And then I ask people to comment as well. So they like the post, they click the poll, and then they comment. So that's like getting the maximum activities out of community members just by giving those things, because people like to click a poll. And I've seen even myself, well, this is now based on me, when I go into another community and I see a poll there, I don't want to click it because I want to vote. I want to click it because I want to see what other people said. So let me know if that's you too. Do you also do that? If you see a poll in a community, do you want to see who voted what? Or are you actually wanting to vote for the thing that the person is asking? Let me know. You guys can like unmute or something.
I like polls, but I also like the fun challenges. So like your challenge is fun. Um, so I've also tried to incorporate like a Friday fun gift thing. So the polls are
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, and then also a good idea is like this gratitude thread, like what you tagged me in Tim's community. And I see this is very consistent because he's posting that every week. Right. So that is, it's good if you can have something which people is also like knowing what's coming. It's like a predictable thing. Not all the posts, of course, because that could also potentially get boring. But I think it's good to have like some sort of thing that you regularly do that people know that it's coming. Okay. And then the core catalyst, you have to be present first. So this is the most important thing about being a community owner, especially in the beginning, right? You need to lead the conversation. You need to be involved in everything. If anyone says anything in your community, you need to answer to that. Now, it's not going to be like that forever. But when you are getting your community off the ground in the beginning, you definitely want to be engaging with every single member inside your community, every single activity that you can get in, every single connection that you can make. Do not let it slip you by. Use that time that you have in the beginning, especially to connect with your members, because that's where you're going to get your your loyal members, the people who always keep coming back, the people who always comment, and the people who like finds they find something inside the community that keeps bringing them back, right? Every single day. And then because there's like not really any purpose of having a community if you're not having conversations with the people inside. Because why do we want to have conversations with people? Because we want to connect with them and we want to help them, right, with whatever it is that they are looking for. Some people want to sell a done for you offer. Some people want to create their own products. Some people want to, well, depends. I mean, what your community is about. Of course, it would be that. Okay. Then the first milestone that you want to be aiming for. Oh no, where did it go now? Oh no. Good look now what happened. I think we are going in the wrong direction. Here we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the gateway milestone. I think this emoji that they gave us, this is now like the gateway, the gateway drug of Skool because this before the entry point to really get into the Skool game was so high because it was $10,000 a month. Now they made it $3,000, so it's so much more able to just build that momentum and um income and to build some confidence and everything. Because once you have reached this, then I'm sure reaching $10,000 is going to seem much, much easier. So, if you want to go for this emoji, I highly recommend you maybe adding like a tier or something in your community if you have a free group, right? So, like what I have just recently implemented is I added the $7 premium. So now people can either come into the community and upgrade and unlock the majority of the classroom sections, or they can engage in the community and then unlock it with time as they engage in the community. So you can think of something like that. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It would probably be good if you can offer something of good value that people would want to pay you for on a monthly basis, because it's a little bit more like it's a different kind of sale to get somebody to sign up for a subscription rather than a one time payment, right? Because just think of yourself, how many of you guys want to be part of a monthly subscription, a thing that you pay every single month, right? Not a lot of people want that. We only have it for things that we absolutely need. So you want to make sure if you add something like that you're giving something that people would want to continually pay for. Or like maybe if you do an offer where you say you can buy this thing for $200 or you can upgrade to premium for just $6 a month, like that's a no-brainer, right? People would rather pay the $6 a month than the once off 200 to get access. Okay, so this says the Clover is not just revenue, it's your gateway to the trending page. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because this, um, the monthly recurring income is actually directly connected to the trending page, right? So this isn't about the person making the most money on the platform is trending the highest. It's the person who has the most sign-ups per day. So whether you're selling a $1 or a $50,000 product, right? It's depending on how many sign-ups you get per day. So if you want to trend on Skool, That's how you do it. You get a lot of people to sign up in one day, or you get people to sign up consistently, and that would also keep you like on the trending. So the algorithm of trending is not about who makes the most money, just what I said now, right? So it's not like this, it's the single signups. Because I noticed this the other day when I just added that $7 thing in, because I've actually been checking the trending page because I've literally been trying to figure out for months how does it work, because I didn't understand it. We've had an incredibly active community. So I was sure that it's not related to the engagement, right? That is with the top. So let me actually just show you guys about the top and the trending, because this might not be um known. Okay, so on this page, let me just make this thing smaller. So on this page, we got the trending, and then we have a filter here, which you can put it on top. So top communities, this is this top filter. This is the engaged communities of the platform. They are ranking first, and you can see, like, you can check your own category, how many are from the top audio. So this is basically your ranking on Skool. So if it says like you are okay, this guy is number 1, they are number 2, this is number 4, right? So but this is just for activity, this is not with the money. Now the trending, this one works on the sign-ups for the monthly recurring income. So the people that you're seeing on the trending on all these categories, this is all trending. If we are on the trending filter, right? These are all the communities making the most money on the platform. Okay, so let me just get back here. Okay, so the ultimate reward when you trend on Skool spends money on you. Now, as you guys know, Skool has this growth boost feature, which they have just started implementing, where they're actually taking communities and creating meta ads on Facebook and advertising your community on your behalf for you, right? Without you having to pay for ads up front or anything like that. So when you can get yourself to have a better ranking on Skool, to have a more engaged community, and to get people to give you money, right? Skool sees that you have something that's working. And when you can show them that you have something that's working, then they would invest in you even more. So, so the better your community performs, the better it will perform, right? But it is up to you to get it going, right? So, for example, if you can get people to your about page to start signing up, right, then you are starting to build your stats on Skool. And the better your stats is, the more likely they are to spend money on your Skool for ads. Okay, but you have to play the game first, and then they will unleash the traffic. So something that's very important, I don't think this picture is really sufficient. So I just want to show you guys on here again. So I want to talk about the packaging of your community, because this is probably the most important thing on Skool right now, right? Is this little box, this group card. So I want you to notice, what are all these people doing, right? All of them have a photo, and it all has like it's like a YouTube thumbnail. It's not, there isn't so much going on here, and you can see exactly what it is. Learn how to make $1,000 a day running paid ads. AI video and image that look real. So you know exactly what this is about, right? By looking at the thumbnail. So when you are creating your community thumbnail, this is what they are going to be running the ad with, right? It's the first 3 lines, and then your thumbnail. This is the only thing that is important for the ad. So if you can optimize this to be super clear and specific so that people can know what your community is about without even reading this, then you have a winning packaging for your community. So this seems pretty straightforward to me, right? Everybody has a photo and everybody has writing, but it is not like cluttered or anything like that. It is clear and it looks just like a YouTube thumbnail. Okay. And then also this writing. So as you could see from this one, what would have made this a little bit better is if this person could have added everything in the first 3 lines so that you don't have to click to read the rest of it. So also look at your own like that when you are optimizing this, right? So that everything fits on one thing. Like this, here you can see the whole story. Here you can see the whole thing. And here you can see the whole thing. Okay. So if you are wanting to make your community packaging better, I highly recommend coming to check the trending page. Now, if you are, it depends also which category you are in. So, say for example, most of these ones are in the money or in the tech category, and you would rather want to see what is going on for the health category because that is in your niche, then you just go to health in the trending and you could still see what is working here right now. Right, and then you can see how these people are writing their about pages. So let's look at this one for a second. This group is for research purposes only. So everybody would say like the Grey Lab is an active community on a mission to make grey and marketing opportunities research more transparent. Okay, so it would either say exactly what the community is, or it would say exactly who the community is for, like a community for community builders, right? And then it would always say like, here's what waits for you inside. And a lot of people put like the price also of like what is the value of the thing next to it. That's not a mandatory thing, but I mean it does. It's a good marketing thing to show people what is the value of the thing that you're giving them, right? um just after you get tired of, yeah, so this isn't so important, but the what you get, that is more important. And then maybe having a final call to action. So this person does not have that, but you will see with a lot of the other ones that it is like that. So let's find another one. Let's just go to this one. I like to look at this Claude Code Club because they are, I've never come to this trending page and they were not on here. So whatever they're doing, it's definitely working, right? So here they also say like um, community for learning Claude Club Code, learn from Forbes, top 5% school community owner. I've never seen that before. That must be something new. So here they say like all the things that they have done and of all the, like these are kind of like achievements, right? And then they would have like a limited time offer. Now this has also been like this for a very long time. Um, for a long, they keep changing it, I think, because they say like there's only a few spots available at list price and then it's going to change to this price. So this is also like a good urgency tactic, right? To get people to join now because maybe if they want to do it later, it's going to be more expensive. Now these people would probably raise the price at some point. Um, so yeah, that's also a good idea. But you can see here also it says what's waiting for you inside, right? And they say cancel anytime. So this is good if you have a paid community to mention that at the bottom because people sometimes when it comes to like subscription things, people are sometimes afraid that they won't be able to cancel or it's going to be like a mission. But if you just mention you can cancel anytime, then that is a good what's that word that I used in the who was on my irresistible offer training on that workshop. Anyway, do you guys have any questions regarding this group card or anything that we have talked about so far?
I've got one question, sorry. School seems to group you into their own category that they think that your community is about. So
Yeah.
you can't change that, right? Like you under the tech group. I've seen
Hmm.
other communities under the money group. I'm under self improvement, I think it is, or whatever. How does that change? Like
Yeah.
how do they revalue or relook at your community and put you into a different category?
I actually just had somebody ask me this question. Let me stop sharing here for a second. Hey, Steph, how's it going? I didn't see you then.
Good. Thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. So Izetna also just asked me, and I said to send an email to Skool.
I
But
was
now
about to
my
say you
thinking around,
can send an email, yeah.
yeah, because I was looking at the things like what the community is saying. So when we are speaking, like I was looking like at money categories, gets people categorized like as money, and it's usually words like scaling and impact and like money talk words, which I'm guessing your community description isn't like that. It doesn't look like become a millionaire in 6 months vibes, right? And that is kind of how you get categorized under that. It's based on what you say on your about page, the name of your community, and what you offer in there. So if it's not stuff like coaching and scaling and all of that. Actually, let me see if I can find the message that I typed here.
So you can
Give me
actually
one
send
second.
an email through to
Yeah,
them or send a message to them and just ask them. Okay.
you can. And then
Yeah,
you can say that you
what would
think
be
that
the
it's,
step?
sorry, if asked.
Sorry,
Lola,
go ahead,
carry
Steph.
on. No, I wanted to say you can send an email, say that you are in XYZ category and you believe that it's the wrong one, that this one would be more suitable. And then 9 out of 10 times they actually, or probably 10 out of 10 times they change it. I actually heard about a case yesterday that quite a big community with like 7,000 members, and his visibility, his discovery, he was like in the between 30 and 40, and then all of a sudden he dropped to 2,500, number 2,500, and he sent an email saying what's going on. And then, I mean, I think it's a bit awkward, to be honest, with discovery. But this morning he was back to a normal, to that number that where he was before. So I don't know what that is about, but you can contact them, and obviously they do changes.
Okay.
I think when it comes to the discovery with your
So that
ranking,
is
it's
what
a
I
bit
also
awkward.
advised. Just yeah, to just ask, and then also if they get back to you, Trish, just let me know what they say. Then I also know, like, if there is like some steps that you have to take in order to change something from your end to be able to fall under that category. Because I'm thinking also the categories, it's probably done by like some sort of AI algorithm thing. It's obviously not somebody sitting there and choosing you are in self improvement and you are here, right? It's getting picked up by a system. So it would be interesting to know, like, if you want to make sure or specific category. Now, of course, the most obvious answer is to check your SEO, your search engine optimization, which is what the system is, of course, picking up. But other than that, yeah, definitely just ask them. Maybe if there is steps, then we can add it into the Skool course as well. Because this is a quite frequently asked question. I've had it a couple of times. Okay.
Larushka, have you
Anything else?
actually benefited from the growth boost so far? Have you seen any benefits to your community?
I haven't had any massive spikes yet, but I do get traffic from Skool. So I can't really say that it's from Growth Boost because I believe the Growth Boost is really like you can see that
Mm.
spike, and I haven't seen that yet. So yeah, but I also think that is connected to my community being free at the front door. Because I've also heard them say on Skool News, right? Because if they send you customers, they're taking 30% of that sale, right? So it doesn't make sense for them to send people to free communities. Although
Yeah.
they have been, I'm getting a lot of people still from like Discovery and so on.
Okay.
And that is also part of the reason why I've been considering maybe changing the community to paid or to launch a paid community besides from this one. But I'm not decided yet. So that's why I added that premium tier. And I've been seeing there are some people who I've never spoken to who has upgraded. Like they come into the community and they upgrade. Like that is quite fun to see.
That's cool.
Yeah, today I woke up and I made money in my sleep. Like what? It's
Well, that's
awesome.
what we are all about
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You know, that took a long time to start making money in my sleep. And it, it's been due 3 years ago. So, yeah. I don't think I have to continue sharing this slide. Um, actually, let me do this. There is still a little. Let me do this. Okay, so let me just make this thing smaller again. Okay, so basically the difference with the top and the trending, I just explained it to you guys, right? This is related to the monthly recurring income, and then this is related to community engagement. So if you want to trend, see to sign-ups for people who want to pay you on a monthly basis, and then Skool will run more ads to your community. And top engagement, and this is good to be discovered on Skool. So the more you can improve your ranking, the higher you go up. Now, I don't know if you guys are watching Skool News, but they always mention there that this platform gets like 1 million visitors on the discovery page a month. So the higher you rank on that, the better it is and the easier it is for you to get discovered. So the Skool momentum flywheel is drive engagement in your community, improve your ranking, get visibility, accelerate your growth, and Skool rewards you with ads. So as easy as that. So your action plan for today, right? Explore the discovery page and then find your category and study what is trending in the category and see what you can learn from that and what you can implement within your own community of what you have learned, right? And then ask, what can I do this week to drive daily engagement in my community? And that is it. If you do those 3 things, you are well on your way. Okay. So that was a short one. Any questions? No?
Fortunately, I missed
Any
most of
parts of
it,
this?
but yeah.
It's okay. At least I did hit record. Save last month you said no, change it from 7 to 8. No, put it
Yeah,
to
but
8 and then
Friday, I know. I mean, 7, I would have said I'm not there at all because
not in.
that's between 7 and 8 we usually have dinner, and I can't cut my husband short all the time. So, and we started eating it. And now there was a rugby game on tonight. Stormers, I don't know. So he had to watch
Stormers and
that.
All
So,
Blacks were playing.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so I had to time the meal bit after the first half, and yeah, that's what delayed me.
Well, you look very nice in this color, I have to say.
Thank you.
You're
We got
standing
it
out,
on our
looking
trip in
fresh.
Italy. So
Okay, so if there's no questions, then I'm gonna just stop the recording here. Yeah, nothing?